This is Kukiyomi, a silly little Japanese game developed and published by... In this game, we'll encounter everyday scenarios where we must choose how to respond in a socially considerate or thoughtful manner. This game is based on Japanese concept of Kukiyoyomu, which literally means reading the air. It refers to the ability to understand and interpret the unspoken rules, norms, or the atmosphere of a situation. In Japanese culture, you are expected to understand these hidden rules to be considered normal. But what exactly is normal? Why are we expected to be normal? And more importantly, is being normal even normal? In this game, we control various red objects and have just barely a few seconds to understand the given situation and react. There are 100 different scenarios and we are scored based on how well we handle each situation. The game never tells you if you messed up. It just silently judges you until the end of the game like a disappointed Asian mother. You have to answer all 100 questions before the game tells you. Because honestly, I think it's way more fun to just fail on purpose and see what happens. Most of the time, the scenarios are just basic common sense, like where to sit on a train, try not bothering other people view while watching a movie, or keeping the volume down while listening to music in public. But sometimes, the scenarios can be so cryptic that you have to be either Japanese or weeb to understand them. Like, how am I supposed to know that I need to stand on the left side of the escalator in Tokyo, but on the right side if I'm in Osaka? And then there are these scenarios that makes me think, what were the developers smoking when they made this? Cause I want some. But hey, what else would you expect from a Japanese game? I mean, I've seen worse. Way worse.
本当に強い。さすが愛の戦士。行きなさい、ユリカ様。お仕置きが必要そうね。まだ終わらないわよ。
But even though it's covered with absurd humor, the message of the game is pretty clear. It's meant to critique the absurdity of Japanese culture that always needs to be aware of other feeling and unspoken expectations. I grew up in an Asian country where wearing a school uniform was mandatory. Teachers often conduct random inspection to ensure we followed every single fucking rule. Uniforms neatly tucked in, ties neatly knotted, shoes strictly black, and for the boys, heaven forbid our hair was even a millimeter too long. As a kid, I hated wearing uniforms. They felt so restrictive, even oppressive. I mean, we should be able to wear anything we want, right? Like, I want to wear this to school. Yet looking back, I've come to appreciate their purpose, maybe even miss them a little. Whether you are prince of the largest empire on earth, a children of underage idol, or simply a zombie/magical girl, uniform can create a sense of equality among us. When everyone dresses the same, it feels like we are all equal, even if we are not. And without realizing it, we start buying into this idea that fitting in is more important than being yourself, prioritizing the group unity and making decisions that benefit the group as a whole. We are encouraged to blend in and avoid behaviors that might disrupt the group dynamic. And so, the normal is born, the unspoken rules about how to act, so everyone stays comfortable together. There's a Japanese proverb that says, "Deru kugi wa utareru." The nail that sticks out gets hammered down. It serves as a warning. Those who stand out, whether through unusual behaviors, opinions, or appearances, may face criticism and pressure to change. You might wonder, where does this pressure to be normal even come from? And why does it matter so much? To understand, we need to go back, way back to our earliest ancestors. Since ancient times, early humans survived by working together, hunting, gathering food, and protecting each other from danger. It is impossible to do it alone. If someone can't cooperate or causes trouble, the group might kick them out. And since no one could survive alone back then, being cast out was basically a death sentence. That's why the ability to conform is one of the important skills needed to survive. Even after thousands of years, that fear of being left out is still wired into our brains. Even now, we still feel that pressure. We dress, we speak, and live certain ways, not because they are inherently right, but because it feels safe. This reminds me of the monkey bananas ladder experiment. Researchers placed monkeys in a cage with a ladder leading to a bunch of bananas. Every time a monkey climbed a ladder, the entire group was drenched with cold water. After a few repetitions, the monkey started attacking any individual who tried to climb. Because monkey climbed, monkey wet. And no monkey wanted to be wet. Over time, the scientists gradually replaced all the original monkeys one by one. Yet, the tradition continued. The new monkeys would finally stop any climber, even though none of them knew why.
Later.
The reason for the prohibition was long gone, but the behavior remained, enforced purely by blind imitation and social pressure. That's why this whole concept of normal is kind of weird. You spend your whole life trying to fit into this imaginary mold, only to realize it changes depending on who's defining it. When I was in middle school, I was a nerd. And basically the only anime fan in a school full of normal people. Unlike now, when everybody and their grandma knows who Naruto is, anime wasn't cool back then. While everyone was obsessing over fashion, football, yeah, the one with actual ball in it, and edgy 2000s music, I was over here trying to figure out how the hell Light was that tiniest TV on a potato chip bag.
I'll take a potato chip and eat it.
Every day was pretty lonely to me. I had no one to talk to about how awesome the fight scene between Rock Lee and Gaara was. Nobody to argue about whether Light Yagami was right or just a psycho. Nobody to send depressing Vocaloid songs to at 2 a.m. And absolutely no one who understood how cool card games on motorcycles are. It sucks when you're super excited about something and everyone else just doesn't care. But years later, thanks to technology, I could finally connect with people who shared my interest. I could discuss topics I was passionate about without feeling left out.
Bruh.
Suddenly, the things that made me feel isolated in the real world were the very things that connected me to the others. And for the first time, I felt normal. Not because I changed, but because I finally found the place where my normal belonged. So next time you feel out of place, maybe you're not weird. You're just in the wrong place. So, what lesson can we learn here? Well, being normal is hard. Games like Ukiyomi highlight the absurdity of conforming, but they also reveal something deeper about how much of ourselves we sacrifice just to fit in. Sure, sometimes you gotta play along just to get by, but never change who you really are just to make others comfortable. Find your people, the ones who get you. It's okay to be different from most people. Maybe normal was never about fitting in. It's about finding the right crowd to stand out with. Whether you like to watch people in tight spandex fight monsters, collecting waifus in gacha game, or watching a hand, at the end of the day, the best version of normal is the one that lets you be you. So next time, you could ask yourself, am I doing this because it's right? Or just because it's what everyone else does?